Hi, this is Z, and I'm back again with another video. Um, I've been seeing a lot of people telling their stories on TikTok um, about the witchcraft, black magic, and things going on in their families. Um, and, people trying to sacrifice them or destiny swap with them and things of that nature. And I'm really glad to see that it's getting exposed. It's been time. Um, I'm seeing that a lot of other things, because it just is that time. And I think I spoke about this in another video. It is that time for things to start being exposed, um, not only on a micro, but a macro level. So, um, with certain things being exposed, like with Donald Trump saying, I can't remember exactly what he said or what the article said, but it was kind of like um, revealing that there's a difference between Native Americans and American Indians, and that the American Indians were here before Native Americans. So things like that are starting to be exposed. A lot of things are starting to be exposed. So with this exposure, um and it's going to happen over time, but with this exposure, it will pave the way or open the way for those of us who have um been on the bottom to sort of reclaim our place in the world and come back up to the top. And when I say come back up to the top, it's not in a ruling, it's not in the way that things have been, being done, or things being done now. It's in a way to put things back in order the way they should be. The planet, it's the energy of the planet and the energy of the people um is way off. Everything is out of order. They've made people believe a lot of things that are not true. So this kind of has been happening on a family level, with people sweeping things under the rug, things being done in the dark or behind closed doors, and people not wanting the truth to be revealed. It's going to happen on that level, as well as on a government level, a worldwide level. So people, a lot of things are going to be revealed. We're just in that time of where things are getting revealed. Everything is going to start to be revealed. Now, with myself, I did not know. There was a lot of things about going on in my family that I did not know. And I do consider myself the generational curse breaker. And I've had to learn, what's going on from a distance. And yes, I am the person. I've revealed something before um, with my family, and it caused things to be worse for me. And with the black magic and all that, but it has to be revealed again, because that's how you break generational curses. You uncover what has been hidden, um, from other members of the family. And so a lot of times people that are generational curse breakers, you are the one that is going to speak out against something. You're the one that's going to be revealing the truth, or making people look at themselves in the mirror, so to speak. Um, so we're just at this time where things are going to be revealed a lot. You're starting to see the truth about some of these higher ups. So the people that have put themselves at the top, whether that be in your family, in families, it's usually the people that look down on the other people that didn't do things this way, oh, you got into drugs, so you're not as good as us, or you had children out of wedlock, you're not as good as us, we're better. And then they try to convince everyone around you that you're nothing, you're nobody, and that it's okay to do these things. The same thing is happening worldwide, where you see mostly people of color all over the world, especially the darker you are, the worse you're treated. They make these elite people that have money and status and power, they make everybody look at certain people in a bad way. Oh, if you look like us, then you can be like us, or those people look this way, or they live this kind of life, they're not as good as us. They don't have money, so they're not as good. When really true wealth, it has to do with your connection to God, your connection to the Creator. That's how you actually access what God has for you. It's doing what God has asked you to do. So a lot of the wealth that these wealthy people have, it has been, they have gotten the wealth by stepping on the people that they see as beneath them. They have stolen, they have murdered, they've done so much wickedness to get in their position, and they've made you believe that you have to do that wickedness in order to get in that same positions. And then you see that in the family. You have a lot of wicked people in the family that for whatever reason, they feel like they have to step on other people in the family in order to gain some type of wealth or status or look better. And they'll look down their nose at people. I remember when I was 19. I was pregnant with my son, and several people in my family were just kind of looking down at me and making me, trying to make me feel like I was, the shame of the family, and, things like that. And it was hurtful, because you think that your family is not going to, treat you in that way. But I did get through it. In fact, I got through a lot, because they done a lot more than just make me feel ashamed for being pregnant out of wedlock at 19. But I say that to say that those people are kind of emulating the elite people that we see in the world. It's happening on a micro level and a macro level. You have where people, it trickles down. You have these people who think that they have to be that way to, make themselves look and appear better to other people. But these people are getting ready to be exposed on all levels. This is just that time. God has said this is the time people are getting ready to be exposed. So these elite people, you're going to see them being exposed for who they truly are. You're going to see it in organizations. You're going to see it in families. It's going on all levels. You're going to see people being exposed. Whoever's at the top of that organization or that family, whoever is seen as being at the top and has gotten there through wicked ways, they're going to be exposed. Now you have a lot of people that are not only exposing the people in their family, but they're exposing organizations. They're going so far as to expose the elite people. So for example, someone like Kanye West, who is, he's exposing people in the music industry. So this is just a time where you will see a lot of exposure, a lot of things uncovered. And being generational curse breakers, that is really a part of our job. We really do have to expose what has been going on in our families in order for us to move forward in the right direction. A lot of people don't realize a lot of us cannot obtain true generational wealth in our families because we are doing it in such a wicked way. We're wicked people and we cannot rise up, or we're wicked people who obtain wealth in a wicked way. And that wealth cannot become generational wealth. It's going to be taken back at some point. It doesn't last. True generational wealth is going to come when you're doing the right thing. You're doing things, and you don't have to be, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It's about integrity. It's about the type of person you are. So you can be a Muslim or a Christian and you cannot obtain a generational wealth because you still have some demons. You still have something inside of you that you have not worked through. You have not conquered. All those prayers that you're praying does not matter if your heart is rotten. If you're getting up and you're torturing somebody every day, or you're getting up and you're looking down on people every day. So that you cannot obtain wealth in that way. So being a generational curse breaker goes across everything. It does not matter what race you are, where you come from. It does not matter what religion you are. It's about the type of person and the connection you have with God. So people in our families who think, oh, we've obtained this and we have this, but you look down on other people, and people may not even really know how you really got the money you got. They think you worked hard when in actuality you might have done some underhanded stuff to get some money on the side. That has to be exposed. That's what generational curse breakers, a part of our journey is we have to expose people for their wickedness. You're working alongside God. You're putting into action the things that God wants put into action. And that is to correct people. You have to be exposed in order to how do you change if you're not exposed? How will you change if someone doesn't say, look, you're doing this, and it needs to be known that you did these things? So we are going to be in a time where a lot of people they're going to be in judgment. I've spoke about this before, where our families are people in our families and even elite people. And I hear people talk about like the Pope opening those doors on Christmas Eve. That has a lot to do with people knowing and him knowing that judgment is coming. And people that never turned around and said, you know what, God, I'm going to truly listen to you and I'm going to truly do what you want. Now people are starting to be afraid because they know judgment is coming. But, God warned you. Your ancestors warned you. You had some warnings along the way. Everybody has something inside of them that says this is right, this is wrong. That's God talking to you. Now, if you choose to ignore it, you can't all of a sudden at the very last minute say, God, forgive me, and think that you're not going to face judgment. You're still going to face judgment. You still have to face that judgment. So this is just going to be the time where a lot of stuff that's been covered up, even having to do with history, the history of the world. Like I said in I believe my last video or one of the last two videos I did, where there's been destiny swapping on a large scale. The whole world has been deceived with so many different things about history, about the earth, about extraterrestrials, everything. A lot of stuff is just a bunch of BS. We're coming into a time where it does not matter how afraid you are, and there really is no reason to be afraid. But I mean, only reason I would think you're afraid is if you have done something wrong. But this is a time where the truth is just going to be revealed. It has to be uncovered. The earth cannot move forward in the way that we would want it to be if all the wickedness is not exposed. Everybody wants wealth. Everybody wants peace. Everybody wants a loving relationship. Well, everybody has to see how to get that way. How do you get that loving relationship? You don't get it by doing black magic on a man or a woman to get them to come be with you. That's only going to be a temporary thing. What are you going to do when that person wakes up from that spell work? You don't get wealth by sacrificing people and doing destiny swaps and then think that you're getting ready to live this luxurious life and pass it down generation to generation. It just doesn't work that way. Everything people have to learn from their mistakes. That's just how you teach a baby, or a baby learns through their mistakes. A baby learns, or a child may learn, the stove is hot. You may tell them, you may keep telling them, and they, at some point, they like, I'm just going to go touch that stove anyway because I want to see for myself. And they go touch that stove and hot, they burn their hand. The same thing with adults. It's a shame that, we as adults have to learn that way, but we have to learn that way too. So a lot of us, I'm glad to see us get on social media and expose people in the family for the evils that they have done. And this is intentional evils. This is not somebody's not in their right mind and they've done some stuff because they have some mental health issues. These are people that are intentionally wicked, and they keep going forth in their wickedness, and at no point in time do they ever turn it off and say, you know what, I'm just going to stop. No. They keep going and keep going and keep going because they think that, and especially in my case, they think that I'm beneath them. They see them. They have not gotten what they want out of me, but yet they still keep telling themselves that they're better than me and they're more deserving of something than I am. And so because they could not see clearly that they are not better than the next person, they're not better than I am, they're not more deserving of something that was probably given to me because somebody saw fit to give it to me, because they're not willing to see that it's going to be revealed. I can't imagine in a lot of people's cases, in a lot of people that are exposing family members, a lot of them, it's someone in their family left them something, some money or something. I'm hearing stories of people not getting their inheritance because the people in the family, it really is about it's not just solely, I don't think that you're worthy of it. It is selfishness. I want it. They should have given it to me and not you. It's a combination of the two. But who are you to decide that this person worked hard for something when they were alive, and you want to go behind them after their passing? You may even have had something to do with their passing, because a lot of people are revealing that too. So you want to go behind them after they made a decision that they knew what they wanted before they passed away. And then you want to go behind them and say, no, I don't want this person to have that. Who are you to do that? Don't you know your ancestors know what you've done? Know that you have kept what they worked hard for to give to this person, and you want to snatch it away? Who do you think is fighting on behalf of the generational curse breakers? Who do you think is helping the generational curse breakers fight you and your black magic? the very people that you're stealing from. You stole from them. You're not only stealing from the person that they left the inheritance to, you're stealing from the person who worked their whole life to accumulate that money or whatever it is to pass down to that family member. And here you go behind their back because you think, oh, they passed on now, there's nothing they can do. People are getting ready to see miracles happen. You're getting ready to see that when your family members pass on, that is not the end of them. That is not and that's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful to take something that they did not give to you. In a lot of cases they got something, but they're just so selfish that they want to have what you have too. They want to destroy you and take what was given to you. They want to destroy you so they can take it. In some cases, they lie. They will tell everybody you're a crackhead or whatever they tell people. She's a prostitute. She's doing this, or he's a crackhead. He's doing this. All the while, you're not even doing anything. It's just because you're not in their presence. They think, and they're doing all this magic to try to drive you into drugs or to try to drive you into these different, they're setting up little situations. They're doing their magic and all this stuff. And they think that that's going to work with everybody, but it just doesn't work with everybody because a lot of generational curse breakers, they intentionally are coming into this life to be able to break curses. You cannot take them out so easily. And so they're learning this. They're going to learn, they're going to learn when it's time to pay up. They're going to learn. And it's not to make anybody feel any kind of way because of what they've done. It's just a natural part of life. Everybody has heard the saying, what goes around comes around, or what you reap, what you sow. Everybody in this world, especially in America, if you in America, you speak English, you know that. I don't understand why people think that they can just get away with everything. I mean, some people get away with some stuff, but you never really completely and fully get away with evil. There is a time of judgment, and that judgment can be when you're still in your body, or it can be when you pass away. But we let our greed and our selfishness, our jealousy, we let all those lower desires and passions just drive us in. I don't know. I'm glad I'm the type of person that listens to my intuition. I listen to God, and I'm glad that even if I never get wealth, I'm still satisfied with the fact that I have never stooped so low. Never stooped so low. But I went on a rant, but I am proud of people that are coming out and revealing the truth. And I'm very much proud of them. And I'm glad to see that there are a lot of other people like me, because in this journey, I really did feel alone, completely alone. But I'm glad there's other people out there that are going through the same thing. Not the bad part, but just to know that I'm not alone, that there are others that have to fight similar fights, and that they're pushing through, and that we can connect. There's people we can connect to, and share our stories and listen to their stories and say, you know what, that happened to me. Because that makes it easier to get through when you know that you're not in it completely and totally by yourself. But those of you who are going through this, I just want to say that especially if, whether you're sharing your story or not, just the fact that you're pushing and fighting through it, I am proud. I'm proud of everyone. And I do hope that everyone, achieves all their goals, in spite of all the opposition they have in their lives. I know we'll still achieve our goals, but keep pushing on, keep going. These fools won't stop, but keep going, keep pushing. And if you do it for your children, not only yourself, but your children, and do it for God and your ancestors. And I'll be back again soon with another video, and I'll see you later. Bye.